Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. If you're returning, if you're new, welcome. My name is Alex. I'm here to bring you Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter weekly readings. So in my weekly readings, if you're new, I do segment it into general energies, love, and then career and finance. So if you're interested in skipping around, the timestamps will be in the description box below. But also keep in mind that sometimes the messages are intertwined or overlap or relate to each other, but it's totally up to you. If you don't mind, please don't hesitate to drop a like on my channel. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. This is my calling, my passion, but I also do need to make a living, so I would love to turn this into a full-time venture for me. So subscribing, liking, commenting, all of those things, just to be fully transparent, really help, okay? It's a spiritual journey, but I would like to be able to do this full-time. So let's get started with your general energy, starting off with soul lessons, soul journey lessons cards, I believe is what they're called. Spirit, what are the general energy messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Spirit, what are the general energy messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Okay, that was quick. I got loneliness, perseverance, and doubt. So loneliness, I know that I am never alone. Perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. So off the bat, I'm getting that a lot of you all are in a period of almost hermit mode type of isolation. I'm hearing silence. There's a lot of silence right now. So that doesn't mean literally, although it could, but I feel like there's something that you're seeking the answers to, something that you've really been heavily trying to resolve in your life energetically. And it could be also reflected in your 3D world. And it's like you've come to a point where you've done all you can do to resolve the situation or resolve the energy or work through it. And now it's just like it feels like you've come to a standstill. And I don't remember if this was in your reading last week, Aquarius, but it was in someone. So if this is you from last week, the energy is repeating. It's almost like being in quicksand, not even quicksand right now. You ever have those dreams where you're trying to run and you can't, and you're trying to scream, but no noise is coming out? And I feel that energy heavily right now. Loneliness, perseverance, and doubt. Spirit is trying to help you work through that and say this is not a time to doubt, but a time for prayer, meditation, for a time to almost sit in the stillness. The stillness is the answer to your prayer request right now. I don't know what that means for you. It'll vary depending on your situation, but I'm hearing the stillness is the answer. So you may be focused on a specific question with a specific answer. For example, what am I to do next with regard to my career? What am I to do next with regard to my relationship situation? And it feels like silence to you right now. But what God is trying to tell you is right now is a time for you to find the joy and the love and appreciation about everything that is surrounding you in present state before you can move on to the next thing. And there's no time limit. Like I could tell you a week, I could tell you 2 weeks, but I'm not quite sure. And I'm sorry guys, my dog is out. Let me put her out. So as to not keep getting distracted. Sorry guys. So yeah, so the answer will come in the stillness. And it's the journey for you right now may very well be just finding peace without resolution in the present moment. Now this is a short-term energy read. So that doesn't mean, of course, forever. There's always change. We're always evolving. Things are always progressing around us. But sometimes the message is to get comfortable in the stillness. But let's do some tarot to see if we can get a more specific message for the general energies for the week. Spirit, what is it that you want Aquarius to know specifically for the upcoming week? What is it that you specifically want Aquarius to know for the upcoming week? We'll start with the center card. Okay. The above energy. And we need to move this down. How about that? That'll probably be better, right? Bear with me, guys. I just want to make sure you can see everything. Below energy. I'll hold the cards up because there's no way. I don't want to waste time trying to organize this in the shot. Past energy. Lots ahead of you. Okay, so yeah, this is a continuance of the oracle message. Right now, this energy is Two of Cups. So you may not feel, this isn't necessarily always about love. Two of Cups, what I'm getting from you is about that internal balancing of masculine and feminine, of yin and yang, of spirit and 3D. And you are in a rebalancing right now. So once that happens in the near future, you will have Knight of Swords energy. You will have clarity about something that will cause you to basically take off in the direction intended. And I'm feeling that it'll be a joyous movement forward. But right now, until you get back completely balanced into this Two of Cups energy, that is what the pause is. So if you're looking for an external answer about an external situation to you, right now the time is for you to come into union with yourself, your divine masculine and feminine, and not so much about finding the answer to those particular problems. And a lot of times, if you're obedient, what God will do is create a situation where you don't have to continue to worry about those details about the 3D. So for example, if it's a money situation attached to it, if you find the more you step into your purpose overall and the more you are obedient to the steps to get to that purpose, the more things tend to fall into place, is what I know. And what I'm also hearing to remind you is that I will take care of it, is what is being said. I will take care of it. But we need you to be obedient. I need you to work on you. I need you to find balance and joy and peace and synchronicities and within, before you can move on to this next step, because it's something very positive that's going to pull you so much so that you almost, look at this Knight of Swords energy. He's not looking back at all. So it'll be such, right now, stagnant, and it'll be such an instant thing that you're not even going to have time to dwell on all that it took for you to get into balance here. In other words, it feels like it's slow. Nothing's moving right now. It feels like, you're not hearing the answers you need to hear. But in hindsight, this period in time that you're going through right now won't even be a blip on your radar. It won't. It just won't. Underneath, you have Six of Cups energy, which is really about, again, it matches so well with this Two of Cups because it's about finding that place where your soul belongs, your heart belongs. It's like finding that, with regard to love, is usually a soulmate connection, someone that you've lived a previous life with in some way, shape, or form. And that familiarity and that warmth and that knowing that this is a place or a person or a thing you are supposed to encounter. This is what your heart's desire is, even if you don't realize it. So if there are some things in the 3D world that take you out of alignment with matching up with this could also be why there are some delays with you getting where you want to go or hearing the answers that you want to hear, because God is like, maybe, you have to come into full balance before you're able to make that choice that I already know what it is that is meant for you. I need you to see it too, so that when you 3D see it, you'll go for it. You're being protected. So I feel like for a lot of you, there are some 3D earthly, unfortunate things that you have to deal with. Like there's a bill coming up. How am I going to pay for it? For some reason, I'm getting that the answers you're looking for are tied to these 3D world situations. God is like, you are protected. I have you. That doesn't mean like let everything go to shit around you. Don't pay attention to anything. But first, this is your priority over all of those other things. And that clears up the space and the energy for those things to find resolution, or for resolutions to come to you. In recent past, you do have Nine of Wands energy. So listen, Spirit is very proud of you. You've endured a lot to get to this point, and I can understand that probably has a lot to do with, I'm hearing almost an impatience. And mind you, our timing is not God's timing. So even though I don't care, it may have been a year that you've been in a standstill. To God, that's impatience, right? You have to understand this is a limitless energy, right? So, but God is very proud of you. You stood tall, and you may have stumbled, but you always got right back up, Aquarius. You always got right back up. So this isn't a punishment like, okay, when are the lessons going to end? Well, unfortunately, they never really quite end. And some lessons, we are given the easier path to learn, and some are there's so much blessings on the other side of it that it is for our benefit, that it's not such an easy acquisition of getting from point A to point B, or easy journey. Sorry. So yeah, stay the course, but also remember that the main goal for you in this next several days and maybe couple of weeks is about balancing internally to make sure that you are even going for the things that are going to bring you peace in the long run. Okay, so let's move on to your love section. If you're still here and you haven't dropped a like, please go ahead and tip me with a like to let me know that it's resonating. So we're going to start off with the Doreen's Virtue Love Oracle, Romance Angel Oracle. And then I'll decide how we want to go from there. One more is what I'm feeling. One more for Aquarius. Okay. And we got two, so I'll keep them. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Stay optimistic. I was going to say, I feel like this is tapping into your general energy as well. But I'll say why in a minute. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Actually, this one was next. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Love yourself first. Listen, okay. Patience, Alex, patience. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And last but not least, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. So let me explain why I really feel this ties to your general part. So if you skipped the general, you may go ahead and listen to this, but you may want to loop back around to it, because in the general, I talked about the fact that you maybe in a state of like feeling like you've done all you can do to achieve a certain outcome, or to follow the instructions, right? Follow the blueprint is what I'm hearing. And still you feel like you're in a place of like silence, isolation, a bubble. Nothing's getting through. You feel like your prayers are going up, but there's no one home to answer them, basically, kind of thing. With regard to your love life, I'm getting this energy strongly in this, that you are also being told that this period of time, the intentions of stillness is for you to look in, or is to fall in love with yourself, basically. And that's where this love yourself first comes. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So there's some light tweaking that needs to be done. But I honestly feel, Aquarius, that this is because God is trying to bless you with so much more than what you even, you know how sometimes we have something, we have an idea in our mind, and we be like, I'll just be happy if they have this, this, and this, right? Our list tends to get shorter the more experience we have with love, and we realize some things are important. Some things we got, and you realize that it didn't really bring you as much joy as you wanted. You know, the more experience you get, sometimes the more your list gets whittled down to a core 3 things that you need. But again, God knows better than us. He sees better than us. He's just all knowing. So sometimes we limit ourselves also based on fear, heartbreak, unresolved traumas. And what God is saying is that everything that you want plus some is waiting on you. So it's worth waiting on you to be able to open your heart back up, to feel like there are no ends to the possibilities that are out there for me for love. It could be the Prince of Zamunda. You get what I'm saying? It could be the next Bill Gates. But for whatever reason, and this is not to say, it's all about monetary gain, but what I'm saying is I feel that a lot of you who this message is for have kind of let life beat you down to a point where in general you feel like the bare minimum, well, as long as they don't beat me, you know what I mean? I mean, not to make light of domestic violence, but I'm just saying, you're being asked to stay optimistic, which means if you're not in that point of optimism anymore, right? If the delay has beat you down, Spirit is trying to get you to understand, I need you. I didn't say it would be in 2 days. I didn't say it would be in 2 months. I didn't say it would be in 2 years. Whatever the time period is, it's like your optimism is your test almost. And it can't be performative. It has to be real, because it's worth waiting for when you get to that point where it's like, I don't even care anymore. Not because you're bitter, but because you're at such peace with life. And that will call in your soulmate. Loving yourself will call them in, and then keeping an open mind. But again, I feel like this goes back to the fact that there is a lot of trauma and doubt tied into what you think it is that you're worthy of or that you want from a mate right now. So let's pull some Kipper to be a little bit nosy and see if we can get some more details about, I was going to say your partner, so I'm going to roll with that energy. This is for singles is what I'm getting, okay? So this is about the future partner. Spirit, what's going on with your future partner? Okay. So I'm trying to remember the order. Courthouse, poverty. Okay, so this person off the bat. Okay. Here's the other thing I'm getting. The person that you're supposed to end up with is going through their own situation right now. Potentially a divorce or some kind of lawsuit situation, which is creating financial burdens for them. They are entangled with someone who is really giving them a hard time. If it's romantic, that means they're likely going through a divorce based off of the energies I'm getting, especially with this family room card being here and a false person being at the center of the deck. Yeah. I mean, at the center of it's a signifier card. Poverty, courthouse, false person, family room, imprisonment. Yeah. So while you're working on yourself, that's the other thing. We don't know what the person that we want is going through. So as healthy of mind and spirit as they may be, does that mean they don't go through trials and tribulations? No. So that even if this person spiritually is evolved and ready for love, they may be tied up in a situation already. And that's what I'm getting here. And I don't feel like you even know this person, Aquarius. I really don't. And okay, Spirit. Okay. Strongly got. This false person is not only who they're dealing with, but if you two were to come into contact with each other right now, they wouldn't be your person. Timing is everything when it comes to connections, even divine connections. So if you were to get what you wanted right now, this person would not, I'm hearing the word avatar, like they wouldn't be in position to be who it is that they're supposed to be with regard to the connection with you. So that's the other part to remember when it comes to relationships and love, and there's a pause in our love life. We get so self-focused on what is it that I'm doing? Why haven't I, why can't I find the person? And maybe there is a person that is deemed yours, right? But we have to remember people have their own separate lives that they live. So if we want the person that's going to make us feel the feels, or the person that, meets our heart's desires, and the person that was meant for us, how we can't be so focused on self that we forget that they have a journey too, and maybe that our pause, maybe they're going through a preparation phase. This person is not in a position right now. And I just want to emphasize on my channel, I don't tell people, I have great messages that are just so beautiful sometimes as far as the present energy. Sometimes the message is about a wait. Sometimes the answer is no. I can't bring myself to just tell you any old thing to make you feel good. So this situation is not bad. This is a beautiful love reading, but the reality is right now is not the time. This is for singles now who feel like they've been in a pause for a long time. Beautiful part you can take out of this is that your mate is out there and going through their preparation period as well. But right now, I don't see any immediate action. It's just encouraging you to hold steady, continue to take this time to work on yourself. So let's go into your career and finance. Let me restart. Okay, so we're going to start off with Moonology. Yeah, let's start with Moonology. Spirit, what are the career, finance, money messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising? Oops, sorry. Let me make sure they're all upright. Okay. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What are the career, finance, money messages? What are the money messages for Aquarius? So what are the money messages for Aquarius? Okay. What are the money messages? One more for Aquarius. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. The energy is gaining momentum. Show the world with you. Okay. Immediately. Aquarius is, some of y'all are dealing with some bad bosses, okay? Some of y'all are dealing with a person in particular that is trying to be a blockage to your progress in your career path or your financial progression. And it's purely out of bitterness. It's purely out of something petty. Y'all may have, now this is channeling, y'all may have bumped heads before, but people bump heads when they have to work together consistently. Everybody's not the same. You understand this. They don't. Every disagreement for them is about ego. Everything is a personal attack or insult. For you, it's about business. For them, it's about ego. And as a result, they are trying their hardest to block your progression, especially if you're in a corporate, or not a corporate, but an office, a professional environment, and you're working for someone else. I'm getting this message heavily. So don't let your past hold you back. Even though this is typically about our past, I'm feeling that this is there was a past situation. A person is not happy about it, and as a result, they're mistaking business for like a personal insult and trying to hold you back. But don't let them. It's almost like Spirit is saying, don't alter your course of action because of how somebody might respond. This is about business. This is about you doing the best job that you can do, and their feelings about it be damned, because as long as you're in the right space emotionally and spiritually, when you do what you do, you will be protected, and what's yours is still yours. The energy is gaining momentum. So things may come to a head with you and this person and the dynamic, right? There's like a lot of tension building. But again, Spirit is saying, show the world the real you. And it's full moon in Aquarius. That's this card, full moon in Aquarius. So be bold. Do what you need to do. If you have an idea, present it. If you have to go around this person, if you follow the chain of command and this person is being a blockage for no other reason, nothing that you can identify, do what you need to do to have your voice heard, your ideas heard. Don't be messy about it. But as long as you follow the chain of command, then whatever messiness that ensues is not your responsibility, because you did what you were supposed to do. It's about people's feelings. Spirit is saying, keep going. Like, just don't even, I don't want to do that deck. Let's do this one. Don't even, again, don't let somebody else's ego alter your course of action or cause you to dim your light, thinking that you're doing. I'm here to that you think, a lot of you think that you're doing that for the greater good, and it's really not. It's just for the sake of a false sense of peace. But eventually, it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another with this person. What are the messages? Let's do a 5-card spread. I want to see what the blockage, like, what, yeah, duh. 5 of Swords, 8 of Cups, King of Cups. Yeah, definitely blockage. That's them. And I bet they're King of Swords in reverse energy. Star outcome card. Okay, let's get into it. Recent past, 5 of Swords. It's about conflict, but this person is fighting dirty. It's about, I want to win the battle more than I win the war. So even if I have to belittle you, make you feel small unnecessarily, like it's like overkill. 5 of Swords energy. Somebody trying to use, it's like a pissing match, right? Someone trying to leverage whatever they have to make you feel smaller. And if you can see in this card in the background, 5 of Swords, look how those people look. So this person has a grimace on their face. They're smiling, but ultimately they didn't really win. It's a false sense of a winning of a conflict. Nobody wins in that situation. In the present energy, you've been encouraged to walk away from it because it doesn't serve you. But that doesn't necessarily mean leave your job. I'm getting walk away from even acknowledging the conflict, right? Keep going. Show the world the real you. You are walking off to like, okay, it's like, oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, so in the background, this is you walking off. This person really like, oh, I got him good. I got him good. Let's add insult to injury. That's what I'm getting, an insult to injury situation. They want to drop the knife in and then twist it, right? This person in the back, this is you now walking away from the situation. And it's not that the person won. Yes, you're kind of tired. You are disappointed. Maybe your feelings are hurt. But I feel like it's more in your mind about, dang, like I really just was trying to work with this person. That's it. But you're walking right into King of Cups energy. Because you have control over your emotions, you're in touch with your intuition, you're following your guidance right into this position of authority. So this very well may end up being a promotion for you, Aquarius, because in your blockage position, King of Swords, this is that person. And I feel like it's more reversal energy. Dark-sided King of Swords is condescending, bitter. Like this is this energy, basically. Manipulative, strategic, but not for the greater good, to the point of trying to win at all costs, even at the... It's almost like they're willing to cut off their own nose to spite their face, but they're also willing to belittle people that could actually help them, just to gain this false sense of control and power is what I'm hearing. But in the outcome position, Star, you in all your power. Near future, King of Cups, outcome, Star. And that is totally, like I said, in your moonology energy, Spirit is saying, do not alter your course because of this person. This is you completely moving around this energy into your place of power. Move around them. That's the message. Move around them. They create a speed bump of sorts, but it's not a blockade. It's not a blockage. They just slow you down. But stay the course. Okay, this was good. Anyway, I hope this resonated. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you find that somebody else may get something out of this message. And until next time, love you. Bye.